Hello, everyone. I'm Alice Bull from scraphappy.org. We are the ScrapHappy membership, and we're welcoming you to join us for Scrapbook Live today. Scrapbook Live is an event we host once a month. We make it public so anybody can join us, and I scrapbook live in front of a camera and invite you to scrapbook along with me. So it's kind of like going to a scrapbook crop, but you get to stay in the comfort of your own home. I don't usually wear my pajamas, but if you don't turn on your camera, or even if you do, you're welcome to be in your pajamas if you like, if you're having a lazy morning, or if you're on a different time zone and it's evening for you, all is good. I always use a kit from the Wild Hair Kits. Now, these kits are custom curated. You don't sign up for like a monthly program or anything. You order them when you want them, but they're custom curated. So you kind of give them an idea of your style, and then they send you a kit full of lovely surprises that are super fun to scrapbook with. So I'm going to show you what is in my kit this month. And on my order sheet, it kind of lists everything that's in the kit. And it says, "We hope you love your kit, Alice. We tossed in gorgeous, playful colors. We also made sure to include plenty of Paige Evans," she's my favorite, which I mentioned on my style profile, "and plenty of your faves like chipboards, stickers, acrylics, wood veneers. We made sure to include our November cut file. Enjoy from your crafty besties at the Wild Hair Kits." So let's see what's in the kit. Okay, so first off, I'm a big fan of thickers, and these are some of the thicker, there's some words on here, but there's also little labels and different things. So look how cute these are. I've never seen these before, so that was kind of exciting. So it's got the word smile on here. Love always wins. They've got a little bit of holographic foil on them. So can you see the holographic foil? I love it. Look at the cute little paper airplanes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was just down in Fort Lauderdale, which I will tell you all about. My husband and I went and did a cruise, but in the airport in Fort Lauderdale, they have all these old airplane kind of things hanging from the ceiling. And they also had a paper airplane, which I thought was just adorable. I'm like talking about like airplanes, like that was just too cute. So super fun. Next up, there is another pack of thickers. Those ones were chipboard pieces. These ones are different. They are like puffy. And they have all these different phrases: grateful, adore, together, make your own magic, rise and shine, yes, right now, sunshine, wonder, loved. So look how fabulous these are. Aren't they pretty? I know, so pretty. They're called Truly Grateful. So that's what the packet is called, if you wanted to know. This one was called Delightful. Just when you're trying to like look them up, you're like, hey, she's had this thing that I really liked and I really want something like that. One thing that some people have done is they've actually contacted the Wild Hair Kits and be like, hey, do you have any of that stuff that was in Alice's last kit? And sometimes they can make that work. So that's just another little thing. Let's see. Heather says, good morning. Hope you're all having a great weekend. I know that in the US, it is your Thanksgiving weekend, holiday weekend. Did everybody do some Black Friday shopping? Were you reserved? Did you like close your eyes and pretend that Black Friday was not happening? Or are you like Misty? She's like, yep, it happened. We actually have Black Friday here too, which is really funny because our Thanksgiving was over a month ago. So, 6 weeks ago, Black Friday now, it's all good. Okay, this is so exciting. These are some acrylic pieces. They're from Bramble Fox. And I don't want to wreck this. Open it up and I'm going to show you. There are little stars in here that are adorable. Okay, so let me show you. Look at the yummy little stars. So there's white ones and yellow ones and pale pink ones. And if you see other colors, that's just the backing paper. But so cool. They're so pretty. Those are nice. That's a nice little accent to stick on the page. That's fun. Heather says, so cute. Yes. And then part of this Truly Grateful from Pink Paisley, there's lots of little die cut pieces and ephemera. So it looks like some of them have foil. Yeah, you can see kind of like a rose gold, kind of coppery, almost kind of foil on some of the pieces. And there's like a whole little collection in there. So that looks good. I know that Diane says the colors in your shirt would make a great scrapbook page. I love this shirt. I'm like seriously in love with it. And it is so funny because it's such a popular design right now. I went for dinner with some friends from high school a couple weeks ago, and 4 of us out of 5 were wearing colors that all went together like this, or had like a little floral print with like a solid here, or like we had like pretty much matching clothes, and we did not plan this. It was just, we were all like, you know, all were wearing our cute little shirts that we bought recently. Like, it was really funny. Okay, so these are super cute. So this is all Paige Evans. Oh, and there's the thank you card. It says, hi, Alice, happy cruise crafting, because I specifically requested this kit to be things that I would use on my cruise. I said, I'm going to the Caribbean. It's going to be like bright and colorful and full of sunshine. So that's why this kit is maybe not looking like something you might expect for November. It might not look like the typical November kit because it's designed for what I need for my scrapbooking. And right now I need cruise fun stuff for tropical places. Okay, there are some, ooh, I didn't know she did these. Spiegelmum scraps, rustic hearts. These are wood veneer hearts. And I did not know that Spiegelmum scraps did wood veneers because I'm so used to getting her fabulous sequins. So look at those little hearts, super cute. They're like a nice shape heart. You know how some hearts just don't have that right shape to be like a cute heart? Those ones are cute. Dear Lizzie stickers, and they have like their little word stickers that say different things. So wish, picture perfect, just smile, this is so good, beautiful moment, perfectly imperfect, collecting memories, and lots of little words. And they have a little bit of foil on them as well. These are really cute. I actually really like using these almost like a little decorative accent that kind of adds a little bit of extra sentiment to whatever I'm working on. So I really enjoy those kind of word phrases. Paige Evans from the Truly Grateful collection. There are some cute little puffy stickers. There's like birds and squirrels and bunnies and chickens, and then some fruit and mushrooms and butterflies. Oh my gosh, so that's great. Diane says, so pretty, I'll have to look for something similar. Okay, so next up, okay, now I've seen these papers before, but I did not have them in this size. These are papers from a Maggie Holmes collection, I'm pretty sure. That looks like Maggie Holmes, right? And she's got like little pool people. I was totally this person on my cruise ship. I have a matching photo. And then there's cute little things. So while this collection is not a brand new collection, it's perfect for what I'm needing right now. And we've got like the little beach umbrellas and some little shells and stuff like that. So we've got some pool stuff, we've got some under the sea stuff, and just like the cool hanging out. And some of the papers actually have a little bit of gold foil on them. So that's cool too. Now we're getting into the paper. There's like a specialty paper here. Okay, what is special? Ooh, it's a vellum, specialty vellum. So here's a vellum in here. Let me open this up so we can really see it. It has gold foil on it. Oh, look at that. So that would go with lots of different things. So if I wanted to like use this with like more Thanksgiving, fall kind of stuff, the color palette isn't so bright that it wouldn't work. So that's really pretty. Ooh, and Glue Dots has a lovely vellum adhesive now. So that's really cool. Okay, and finally with the papers, this one is from Pink Paisley. Truly Grateful. This is paper number 15. Look at those pretty flowers. But just wait. Now this is like evil, right? Because look how pretty the background is. I want both sides. See, that's evil. Tell me if you've ever had that problem where you're like, no, they should not have made both sides that beautiful. Okay, next up, this is from Chamel's Field Trip Collection. Oh, it's funny because I have some of this collection, but it's like totally different. I focus on more of the themey papers, and this is more neutral. So that is so funny because when I look at it like this, those are perfect together, and I have like a perfect little journaling piece or something to cut up. I could always watercolor that page. I know I could totally do this. I have done stuff like this. That is totally true, Heather. You're right. Yeah, but this is perfect. That's so funny because if you looked at the Field Trip collection, it has like spacemen and dinosaurs and like all of these bright and exciting things. And you would not think that's exactly what you need for your cruise trip, Alice. Like you just wouldn't think that. And here it goes, and it's perfect. So next up is from Dear Lizzie. It's All Good. And it has like some little fruits and flowers, florals. But wait, just wait. Look at that paper. Oh my gosh. And, you know, it kind of, to me, that kind of has the waves kind of look to it, like being at a beach, super fun. That's pretty paper. Also from Dear Lizzie, she's magic. And it has like a whole bunch of words all over it. It says like picture time, everything, reality check, colorful, making memories. Colorful is spelled not the Canadian way, I will say. Vivid, hand in hand, wonderful, expect miracles, boss babe. And then a fabulous paper on the back. And this one here is from Pink Paisley, the Truly Grateful collection. And super pretty. And then just a nice dark neutral. You guys call navy like a neutral, like dark blues, kind of like a neutral. It's like, it acts like a neutral in this collection. And then this one is from the Dear Lizzie, It's All Good, with these wildflowers. And then there's a nice neutral pattern on the back. It's kind of like an orange red. Actually, we have a car that's this color, and I'm never sure what to call it, whether I call it orange or red. And I actually don't even know what it's listed as, because I look at it and I want to call it orange. I think the car is orange, but my husband definitely calls it red. We disagree on colors a lot. And then finally, this last sheet is from the Dear Lizzie, She's Magic collection, and it has some cut apart cards on this side with some really cute little things. Like there's like an ice cream cone, but it's like flowers. Cute. And then some nice stripes on the back. Okay, so super fun things, and I've got lots to do. Oh, I forgot to show you the cut file. There's like a little fern leaf kind of thing, so that would be great. That'd be great, like if you're doing like Thanksgiving kind of things, just like a little tuck on your page, or a cruise thing, having a fern in the background, probably good. So I've got lots of great things to play with here. And I printed off a couple of really fun paper, pictures from my trip. Ones that I'm obsessed with right now. And this first one is probably one of my favorite pictures from the trip. We got a chance to go and have a dolphin encounter. And I've heard that these are like bad and you shouldn't go to them, but I've literally never done that before. And I was so excited to go and see a dolphin, and look at this picture. Isn't that fabulous? He's giving me a kiss. I give him a kiss back. There's actually a picture of that too. And I'm like full on like kissy lips on the dolphin. But I just love this picture so much. I think that the photographer did a pretty good job there. Which is good because they charge you a fortune for your pictures, I will say. At this place, they charge us $80 for digital pictures. So I can print whatever I want, so that's good. But $80, and that's $80 US to my Canadian gals, like, you know, so that's more like $100 for me, or 110. So yes. And that did not mean that I got my husband's pictures with the dolphin. No, that was $80 per person. Like, We didn't get his photos. He wasn't as adorable and cute. He was like, when they saw how excited he was to play with dolphins, they actually gave me almost like a double turn. So I was pretty happy. So it was pretty good. And the other great thing that I did on this trip that I was really pumped to do, I am obsessed with, like, I like dolphins. That's fun. That was really fun for me, but I'm obsessed with sea turtles. So when we went to Grand Cayman, they have like a turtle sanctuary, hatchery. They raise turtles there. And I got to pet a sea turtle. And like, I've seen them in the wild before, but I've never been able to touch them because you're not allowed to touch them and all that stuff. So you used to be able to pick them up. So shortly before we went there, people could actually pick up the turtle and like make kissy faces at it and stuff. Like, I wanted that so bad. And they're like, oh, we don't do that anymore. What? Of course. So, you know, I know it's about the wildlife and stuff, but oh my gosh, it was really exciting. So I do have video of this, and I probably will put together a little clip, and I'll put like a little QR code on here. So if you're on my main email list and you get my Scrappy Happy Friday 5 kind of email, it went out last night really late. Technically, it was still Friday at my house, so it's totally good. If you live in a different time zone, it was probably not Friday for you, but it went out on Friday. And I shared a link to a post that I made like ages ago when I first learned how to do the whole QR code creation so you can add a video to a page. And then it's really cool. You're flipping through your scrapbook page and you see this page, it has this little QR code, and you scan it and you can watch the video right there, like on your phone or whatever. So it makes it really fun. It's a great way to add the video. But yeah, if you're on my email list, that email that I sent last night has the link to it. You can also Google it, like it's how to add video to a scrapbook layout, I think. Then it pops up. It'll come under the name of Scrapbook Wonderland because that was my blog before I was doing all the ScrapHappy stuff. Okay, time to get scrapbooking. I've been doing lots of talking. Can you tell I'm excited? One thing that I have not been excited about since I come home, well, coming home, it's like welcome home. And it snowed an extra couple of inches since we've been home, so welcome back. But I've been really dizzy. I was great on the ship, no problem, got off the ship and it's like, woo, I've got my sea legs for sure. But like, I'm like nearly a week off the ship and I still got my sea legs. So today is the best day I've had so far, but yeah, it's, if you haven't seen me a lot lately, that would be why. I've been hiding out because vertical, not so good. Diane says, a beautiful picture, you look radiant. Oh yeah, like I was pretty pumped to be with that dolphin, I tell you. Okay, so let's get scrapping. I pulled out a couple of sheets of white cardstock, so I thought I might want some. And Sharon, is this a good time? Do you want to do a little show and tell? Because I'm just like thinking on how I'm going to get started. Brielle says, I often have sea legs for a long time after being on a ship. It's weird because I don't have any issues while on board. Yeah, it was so good. I've never had seasickness on a boat. And coming off, usually I get like those sea legs, but like for a day. I've never had it lasting like 6 days. That's kind of unusual. And I have really good plans with my friend this afternoon. We're going to go to this giant craft sale in the city. So I'm really hoping that today works out okay. Okay, so Sharon she won some prizes and she's been crafting. So I'm going to ask you to unmute. There, can I hear you now?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can't hear you yet. Something. Try again. Oh, Diane said yes.
You can hear me?
Oh, what's the issue on my end? Oh, Missy says she can hear you. That's hilarious. Everybody can hear you except for me. What's going on
Well,
there?
I think I won back in August. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I think everybody can hear you except for me. I'm so sorry. I don't know. But how about if I just put you up and then you can
Okay.
tell us and I will just kind of wonder what's going on for a minute. But I'll do that. So show us your stuff. I don't know.
Okay, here's a,
Oh,
they have beautiful papers and
look at that.
embellishments.
Those are great.
So that's, a, see, they sent these little embellishments and and the title I used. And the paper is gorgeous. And this is on the other side. I hope I didn't have that upside down. This is the other side. I love the coyote and they had those letters, and this is all their paper. And there's one more. Well, I did a whole book on it, but I just wanted to show you the ones with their beautiful paper. So you still can't hear me?
I can't hear it all. That's hilarious. But no, those look so nice. Oh my gosh. And that's like the Heidi Swap not field trip, Heidi Swap collections that she made, right?
Anyway, they're beautiful papers, beautiful embellishments, and I was really happy with it. And I did a whole
I
scrapbook.
thought that it might have been, but I've tried playing with the volumes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, as usual, we got to have some kind of tech issues, of course. Um,
Anyway, thank you for
it
my
wouldn't be normal
prize.
if there wasn't some kind of tech issue, right? Okay, so Diane says she could hear. Everybody can hear except for me, so it's all good. We'll just make that work. We'll call it good. Oh my gosh. So thank you, Sharon. Those are beautiful pages. I love that paper. I love how many photos you've been able to include to help tell your stories. It was really beautiful. Okay, let's get started. I feel out of the groove. Like, I haven't scrapbooked for a little while, guys. I am out of the groove. Oh, I just love this paper, but if I do this picture's way too big for that. This one is not. Okay, I'm gonna use this one for my turtle picture. So I'm gonna start there. Who knew? Okay, when I trim this picture out, I'm gonna actually leave a little border around the edges, and that way I don't have to mat it, because I think it'll look good with a little border. Okay, yeah, I know, I'm gonna have to listen on the replay. There you go, like, everybody can catch the replay. Dion says she's off to hockey practice. Hope to be back soon. So I'm guessing that you're taking kids to hockey practice, and it's not your hockey practice if you're going to be back soon. But I have played hockey a couple times in my life, like actual, like real hockey. I'm not a good skater, but when I was in university, I was on a women's house league team, and it was super funny because we were all a bunch of people that could barely skate, and we were just terrible at skating, but we had two people that could, and so we did hockey, and then we also did ringette, and our team actually ended up winning like the ringette, like house league stuff, but it wasn't because of my fabulous skating. Let's just say I was like a pylon on the ice. But I had so much fun, and the fact that, you know, we could bring this group of women together, and we had a gal that had never been on skates before, and so her first time being on skates is literally as we're icing up to do this house league game, so it was kind of hilarious. But, you know, totally, we did it, we made it work, and it was super fun. I have really, really fond memories of it. They had all the equipment. All we needed was our own skates and sticks, I think. And that was fairly easy to come up with. Dion says her son and a teammate going to try to drop off and pick up only today. Hungry. Heather says, I played with my husband's team a few times. The best one was when we took that to the ice after the Canadian men's national team. They love the figure skates I was wearing. It's so funny because my skating went all the way from down here to all the way right here when I changed over from figure skates to hockey skates, because those picks kept getting in the way and I kept tripping over myself. Like, I was just terrible. And it's not like I was a figure skater, let's just say. Like, I love figure skating. I think it's one of the most amazing things to watch. But, oh my gosh. Heather says, I'm still looking for my picks. Did you grind them up? It's so funny. It is a very different experience skating with hockey skates versus figure skates. Okay. There we go. Little turtle paper. Oh, you can't see this at all because this is totally in the way. And I'm like, there, incapable. They bought me hockey skates for Christmas one year. The hardest thing though, when you transition, is that, you know, you're so used to using your pick to push off on the ice, so you can kind of get you started. And then when you don't have the picks, you're like, you kind of, your foot just slides out from underneath you in the back, and you're like, that doesn't work. Once I got going, it was a lot better, a lot more comfortable. Maybe I just always had bad figure skates, but man, they were uncomfortable. Okay. So this is going to need some words. I've got lots of fabulous words. Maybe some happy stars on here. I think this is going to be simple. I don't think I'm going to do a bunch of layers. I think because this paper is so pretty just the way it is, I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to like decorate around it and see what else it needs as we go. And this was the Dear Lizzie, It's All Good main squeeze paper. So before I forget. Okay, so I'm definitely going to want some little words and some of these. Oh, the word smile is in the perfect color. Matches my shirt. Matches yellow on the paper. Oh, this is good. I husband played hockey a lot as a kid. He was actually really good. And when he was an adult, because he quit for work, right? You know, but when he was an adult, he played on a men's team for a little while. And he was looking for like a full face mask, but at the time he couldn't find one. So he ended up getting like a half mask. And as he was playing on the men's team, the one day he took a hit, because it was like a hitting league, and he took a hit and the mask actually came down and broke his one tooth off like halfway. Like he only had half a tooth left on the one front tooth. And that was his last day playing hockey. He's like, I can't afford this. We ended up having to go for emergency dental surgery on the Sunday morning. He spent all night with his tooth like exposed, like so painful, like, oh, crazy. He's like, I can't afford this. So that was the end of his hockey. And, you know, he's like skated around on the ice since then, but said, nope, no more hockey. Like, kind of sad because he loved it. Like, they had a pond and he would shovel off the whole pond and then he would skate and play hockey and hit pucks, and that was his thing. But, you know, that grown-up life of finding out that the things you love can hurt. Wynell says, I have to go watch some of our grandkids for a little while. I'll try to make it back, but if not, she'll watch the replay. Okay. So, smile. Where did I find it? Oh, it's got the word sunshine on here, but I think smile is better. Here we go. So I'm going to put that up here. That's going to kind of take over the main title position, I guess. And I was nothing but smiles on this day, I can tell you. Did I make that straight? It looks straight-ish, but I don't know how straight it is. Let me actually take a look for a second. With my head doing the little waving motion, it's a little deceiving sometimes. Okay, it looks okay. Close enough. There we go. Okay, so things are stuck on. We're getting off to a start. Here we go. And I will keep at it. Now it's just a matter of filling in the little bits. I like these little words. So I'm going to start with some of them, I think. Ooh, let me look at some of these. Grow through what you go through. That's a very popular phrase now. I understand the sentiment. It's a little too cheesy for me. Thank my lucky stars. I kind of like that. Lucky life, good things are happening. I've always today I'm happy about everything. They should have made that like more exciting. That should be like a very exciting kind of thing. Today I'm happy about everything. Because it's true, but it's a little bit of a boring image. Oh, let's look through these ones. Maybe there's a one that I like in here better. Happy place. Oh, I'll pull that out for sure. Okay. So on this cruise, we went to Fort Lauderdale, and I booked us like 2 days early coming into Fort Lauderdale because you don't want to just arrive the day of the cruise, because if your flights something goes bad, you don't get there and then you miss your cruise. So that wasn't going to be me. So we were there 2 days early, and I'd been watching the weather. Like I had the weather app up on my phone, and I've been watching it for a few weeks, and Fort Lauderdale was gorgeous. Like gals in the Celsius, it was like 27 or 28 all the time I've been watching, which is like 90s, right? Totally beautiful, wonderful, perfect. Then we get there and it's rainy and 23 degrees, which, it's like room temperature. So like, what is that? Like 72, 75, somewhere in there. It's okay. But it's not nice. It's not like, oh my gosh, I went to Fort Lauderdale. I'm so excited. So that's like a little disappointing. But we get to our hotel, and I knew it wasn't like some fancy place. But, it has the fancy place name. So it's literally called the Royal Beach Palace Hotel. I know, but I'm like, I looked at the pictures and I'm like, well, it doesn't look like some palace, but it should be nice. It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be fine. Maybe not great, but it'll be fine. So we get there, and you can see that it's across the road and a little bit away from the beach, but it's really close to the beach. Turns out the beach access, not that close. You can't actually get there because there's all these row of condos on the other side, and they've blocked off all the beach access. So you have to walk like a few blocks down, and then you can get there. It's not the end of the world. It was fine. So we finally do end up at the beach at a day in between some rain showers and stuff. But, this Fort Lauderdale thing is just not working out quite right. So we walk down the beach, and it's fine, and it's lovely, and we actually really enjoyed it. And then I see these beach chairs. There's lots of them set up because they're all these condos, right? They've got all their beach chairs. And I'm like, I kind of just want to sit on a beach chair for a while. I'm just done with walking. So we look around, and we just kind of saunter up to some beach chairs. And then we sit down, and we're just sitting on these beach chairs on the beach. I'm like, okay, like I know these aren't here for public use, but that day they were for my use, and we sat on beach chairs. It wasn't a big deal. We just sat there for, probably 45 minutes, and then we carried on our way. But yeah, I was just like, oh, if they were gonna hog the whole beach today, they're gonna share a chair. But yeah. So, anybody else been a naughty little beach chair thief? Tell me now. Or are you sitting here going, Alice, you really did that? Or are you sitting here going, it's a chair, whatever? My husband is totally on the it's a chair, whatever thing. But for me to do that was like kind of a big deal. So I'm just curious. Diane says, of course I have. Well, that makes me feel better. I'm not the only one going do. Okay, so I've looked through the little die cuts and there's like a purple one in here and it's just, it fits so good with these colors. I think I'm gonna use it. Which is funny because it says picture perfect on here. Diane says, I assumed if I shouldn't be there, they'd let me know. No one said a thing. And Brielle says, I think that's perfect. If they give you grief, you could ask for forgiveness. I know. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just move on. Like, I would have totally said that. And there were people sitting in other chairs, like, that were actually from that condo. And, you know, they came and they set up an umbrellas and, you know, all this stuff and whatever. Like, there was other ones that we'd kind of passed and they actually had like little beach patrols happening there. And I'm like, well, you know, I guess we won't sit there because somebody was going to like approach us there. But at this one, it just looked pretty casual. So, you know, I think they saw us just sitting down. Exactly, Brielle. She said, just act like you belong. And that was pretty much what we went for. And it worked out just fine. Out just fine. And I love, like, it was just nice to sit. Like, really, if they're begrudging a person sitting on a chair for a little bit, like, it's not like we were taking the last chair or somebody's special chair with their name on it or something. So, yeah, no, it was good. And it taught me something, like, to, like, just kind of relax a little bit and just go with it. And it was fine. It was all fine. Okay, so little words that I'm going to put on here. This is so good. Oh, I want these to be popped up. They're really, I thought they were like thicker. They're not that thick. They're very thin. They'd be like perfect if you're putting them like in a planner or something because they're like super fine. But I want them a little bit thicker. So we're going to pop them up. Yeah, so that happened and I felt really naughty and like it's sitting on a chair. Like that's, you know, the level of my naughtiness factor in case anybody was wondering. Ooh, Alice sat on a chair where she wasn't supposed to sit. But yeah, it was good. But we did manage to find something in Fort Lauderdale that was amazing. And that was the Smoke Barbecue House. Now, any of our ScrapHappy sisters that went with us to Texas, when we went to Texas and we went to the barbecue place, it was almost that good. Not quite, but almost. It was good. It was really, really good. And I've been to barbecue places that are like, yeah, okay, but this place was good. And yeah, we discovered that on the first day and had supper there. I'd actually seen it as we were driving to the hotel in our Uber. So, you know, keep your eyes out. And then we ended up going there the first night. Totally delicious. The next day they opened at 11. So we hung out and we went there for breakfast at 11. And then we had a later lunch and then we went back for supper. So I ate there 4 times in 2 days. The next day they weren't open in time for us to go before we got on the cruise ship. So, you know, we had to miss out on that. But turns out when you find something that's good, you just go for it, right? Okay, so I'm picking off these little word things and popping them up with some stuff. And I kind of have, these are kind of in a rainbow of colors, and this is kind of a rainbow of colors. So I'm kind of picking a few off of different colors to kind of pop them onto here because I think that will be adorable. Oh, these are not peeling off of here very, something's wrong. Okay, there. Super funny. But yeah, so Fort Lauderdale is good. But then we get on the cruise ship and it's like leaving the port and it starts raining. Like it's just like, you know, just not great weather. But that's okay because then we are on the cruise ship and it's going to be perfect, right? Mm-hmm. The first night was a little rocky on the boat, but for me, that was just fun. My husband ended up right by the elevators. They had these lovely gals sitting there with chairs, and you could sit on the chair and they would rub your shoulders. Oh, it was so nice, right? So then they're telling you all about the spa, and next thing you know, he bought us passes to go to the enclave on the boat, and it's like this private area where they have special showers and steam rooms and this fancy bubbly pool thing. And it was like this little, they call it the enclave because it's like this little escape. And oh my goodness, it was wonderful. So we had access for the whole week for that. Yay for the shoulder massage. I know. And then he's like, oh, but it doesn't include a massage. Oh, so where do you do that? And so he booked us massages too. We did a couples massage. And so yeah, it was very, very wonderful. Very, very wonderful.
We did a massage when my husband, we went with his parents
good
to Mexico.
And I need a little green one or something.
So it was very interesting.
Beautiful. Sorry, brilliant. My favorite thing. Oh, that would work. Okay. This is diddly trying to put this tape on the back of them. But yeah, so the shoulder massage was great. And then we and then we got to go for a real massage, and that was wonderful. So yeah, good times. And like our goal was like, you know, we weren't planning to spend a bunch of extras on the boat. We'd already booked our excursion, so that was like a big extra already. But yeah, let's just say I traded drinking and extras for time at the spa. Well spent. Yeah, I can't hear anybody. I don't know what is going on. I've tried playing with my audio, maybe my computer audio. Maybe that'll work better if I go into my computer audio. Because it says that it's it shows me that it's working, but so output. Okay, I wonder if that's gonna be any better. Sometimes if you turn it all the way off and then turn it all the way on, they'll do better things. I don't know. Okay. Just one of those days. Our microphones have a red slash. Yeah, that's when you're on mute, when you have the red slash. If you want to say something, apparently I won't maybe hear you, but yeah, I think everybody else can. Are you going to talk there, Amy?
I had said something earlier.
Oh, she's trying. I can't hear her. It's terrible. I have no idea. This is supposed to be more interactive. I think it's a computer issue. So, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. And I was like, oh, this is working out so good. Ah, the wishful thinking. Okay. There. Okay. So that took a long time, but I popped these things up. I've got little words on there that say just the right things. And just working on adding some little extras now that I can like tuck in, put in different places. Yeah, I'm sorry about the audio stuff. I have no idea. My computer says that it's like totally good. And it says it should be working. Okay. Well, there's a new Frozen movie coming out, right? And it keeps saying, let it go, let it go. And I'm just like, go with it. Go with it, go with it. So after we went from Fort Lauderdale, we ended up going, we had a day at sea, and that's wonderful. There's so many things to do on the ship, and just, you know, the first time we did a trip, I was like, you know, is it going to be okay? Is my husband going to have enough fun? Is this going to be boring? And then turns out we love the days at sea almost more than the days where we go crazy at the port. So yeah, it's like, that was amazing. What a great day. And yeah, so then it becomes such a good time. And from there they also had a dress up night, which is hilarious because do you want to know how many pictures I have of us dressed up? 0. Big fat goose egg. We even posed with a photographer, but the pictures he took of us were so bad. Like, they weren't even clear. Like, it would have been fine if it was just like, oh, he caught us like with like a slightly bad expression or something, but they weren't even clear. And I'm just like, I'm not paying you for that. Like, forget it. Like, just no. Like, so, and for whatever reason, that's like the only day I didn't take like at least 5 selfies that day. So we have no pictures of us out on our dress up day. Not that we were like massively dressed up. Like I didn't bring like an evening gown or something. I brought like a nice dress, and my husband had like, you know, his stuff, but you know, we weren't like the belles of the ball, let's just say. But wow, some of the outfits that you see on the ship, insane. People like do the dress up to the extreme, and it was amazing. So I love seeing it, but it wasn't us. We didn't do it. And one of these. Hey, some little hearts on there. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna get some of these little stars on here. I've added the hearts, and now the stars just don't feel like they have a place. that's, yeah, I should have left more of a place for them, but I didn't. Oh, I dropped one. Okay. I think I'm just going to leave this where it is right now. I don't know what else it needs for touches. I'm going to add some journaling about just how darn excited I was. Maybe I'll pull out one of my turtle stamps and add a little turtle onto this or something. And I'm just going to call this pretty good for right now. So yeah, there we go. It's very simple, just a page. It'll have words. It's very much something that I like though, so there we go. Close that up. So, question. Sharon says, we've never bought any photos taken by the ship staff and we've been on several cruises. Excuse me, this was only our second cruise. We did one back in 2006, so it was quite a while, and it was with Princess again. I love the waves of color. It's lively, and it totally reflects the kind of experience I was having in that moment. I'll share the video again, and then you'll see exactly. It was like, so if anybody has seen the Kristen Bell sloth video, where she's like so excited that she cries and it's like ugly, full on, like, I'm so excited about the sloth. They're just so cute. Like, it was nearly there. Like, it was like borderline going there. And like, I kind of had to be reined back in. Sharon says, we love Princess Cruise. Oh my gosh. I love it. There's not a lot of kids on the ship, so we love that. It's quiet. It's nice and relaxed. It feels very pampering. Like, the service was amazing. So all the things about it were exactly the kind of trip that we were looking for. Louis says, I always get the cruise photos. I take photos of places and others, but those ones include me. And yeah, I was just so disappointed. And there was one background that I'd wanted to go to, but then we didn't end up going to it in time. And then that background was gone, and I was kind of sad. It had like this big chandelier on it, and I was like, "Ooh, that'd be pretty." We bought one the last time, and I was going to replace that cruise picture from our last cruise, and yeah, I didn't end up with the one that I liked, so we didn't do it. And that was okay. I was okay with it. I took lots of pictures, and the pictures that I did buy were the ones from our excursions. So when we went ziplining, I bought the stuff from the zipline. And when we did the river thing, actually the zipline didn't have pictures. The river thing, the walking up the waterfall, we did that in Jamaica. I bought that. The dolphin thing, the turtle thing, the turtle picture is actually from the turtle guy. We had to pay for those ones too, but whatever. I was like, I really wanted those because those were part of the action, right? So right now we should do a draw. We have 19 participants. One of them is me. That means there's 18 of us here right now. I feel bad for the gals that had to run and, take kids to hockey and stuff, but 'tis the life. So random number generator, and 18, I said. Let me just double check this. Yes. And okay. So generate. And what does it say? 12. 12? 12. Okay. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Marsha F. Marsha, you are a lucky winner. So congratulations to Marsha. If you want to type something in to let me know that you got the message, Marsha, that would be great. And you need to send me an email to, let me see here. Let's put this on. Alice at, no, do support is better. Support at scraphappy.org. So support at scraphappy.org, and we will get you hooked up with your free custom kit from the Wild Hair Kits. So congratulations to Marsha. Let's see here. I can send a message right to Marcia somehow too. Support at scraphappy.org. .org, not .com. Marcia says, thank you so much. Okay, perfect. I'm so happy. I'm always worried that our winner won't get the message, and then, you know, I have no way of contacting you unless you're one of the people that I know. So perfect. So congratulations to Marcia. You won a free kit. So you'll get to go and actually create your own style profile. If you have something that you're working on, that you know that you're going to work on, then you can request special things for that. If there's like a favorite designer that you know, a certain product line that you love, you can like mention that in the thing too, so that some of those things can be included. Like, I love acrylic pieces, love them. So for me, like, that's like a big hit always. You can see that they've included thickers in here because that's another thing that I totally love. I'm obsessed with thickers. So things like that that you love, make sure that you mention those when you're doing your custom order. And if you have a specific topic like this, I wanted bright and colorful and fun. And I specifically mentioned Paige Evans because I knew that would go with the pictures that I was taking for this cruise. And then my next kit, actually, I have already ordered, and it is Christmas theme because my next one will be in December, and I'm going to be scrapbooking something Christmassy and fun for the season. So I requested a kit with that theme. So yeah, lots of fun. Okay, so congratulations to Marcia. Please make sure you email me. It is .org, not .com. And yeah, we'll get you hooked up with Allison so you can fill out your style profile and do your own kit. Ooh, coffee's getting cold. I didn't drink that fast. Okay, so my next picture that I have that I'm going to work on. Oh, maybe I'll talk about something else first. I don't have the little thing, otherwise I'd pop it up on the screen. On December the 3rd, I think that's, let me just make sure I grab the right info here. December the 3rd, that's a Tuesday, we are going to be doing a free session. It is called Scrap Smarter. I have Debbie O'Neill. She is from Scrap Me Quick Designs, and she is a Cricut expert. So she's going to come and be answering all kinds of Cricut questions, and she'll have some little tips, tricks, techniques, different things to help us kind of up our scrappy game, right? When we want to learn some new stuff, you know, it can feel kind of random if you're just searching around on YouTube or something. Sometimes you find exactly what you want, but this is a chance to really have somebody answer those questions in real time. So she'll have like a little video for us, and then afterwards we'll chat about we'll have like a Q&A session. So if you have a Cricut question or a die cutting question, you need something answered about, you know, different ways that you can use those things, this is the golden opportunity. And Debbie is amazing. So come and join us, free session. All the information is going to be on the ScrapHappy site probably by tomorrow night, something like that. I'm trying to get it up as quickly as I can. I'm just gone this afternoon. And yeah, so Debbie O'Neill is going to be there to teach us all about Cricuts and die cuts and take care of everything. So Scrap Smarter, and that is at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time on December the 3rd. So totally free session. If you are a ScrapHappy member, then you have access to that after. But if you're not a ScrapHappy member, access will be available for the replay. So say you can't attend the live session, that happens sometimes. The replay will be available at the same place for a week. So go to scraphappy.org/scrapsmarter, or just look for the Scrap Smarter link up in the menu. And yeah, so join us for that. It should be really fun and really informative. So, okay, so now it is time for me to scrapbook about my sweet little buddy, my dolphin. This was in Cozumel. My dolphin's name was Golden Boy, and excuse me, he was a teenage dolphin, so he was still learning some stuff, but super good. I basically got to do everything twice, which was super fun and awesome. Shayla says those kits are great. So yeah, and Sharon says you will love it. Everybody's excited about the kits. I know, it's amazing, and I'm so excited. I purchase my own kit every month, and then Allison from the Wild Hair Kits actually donates the one that we give away. So it's just super. I'm super grateful that she's willing to do this, and I think it's such a great way to experience the fun of a surprise scrapbook stuff, but it's like stuff that's kind of geared to stuff that you're gonna like, and that's really cool. Okay, so we've got some fabulous things. What paper will be the best background for me and Golden Boy? I think I'm going to use this yellow one. It's kind of, it's this one. Oh, it's funny. It's got the little paper airplanes. So this is actually Dear Lizzie. Did I use both Dear Lizzie today? You know, it's so funny. Like when I look at some of her lines, I'm not always like, that's my favorite thing ever. But then when I actually start using her papers, it's like, that really works. So it's really funny how, you know, sometimes some of the best designers for us are not the ones that we necessarily think of. And this really lets me experience that. Okay. Oh, the cute little paper airplanes on the cutaway strip. Love that. Okay, so me and Golden Boy. It was so fun. We got to do different things with the dolphin. So you got to hold your hand, then he'd put his face like, so I was holding like underneath his chin, and then you could pet him with your other hand. Hello, Mel. And then, you know, you got to do like this high five kind of thing with him, and you get to hold your hand way up, and he came up to like meet your hand, and yeah, he kissed me on my cheek, and then I gave him a kiss. My husband's like, I'm not kissing you now. Because like it's a serious like full-on smooch on the lips. I'm just gonna pull that up and show you because it's hilarious. Pet. I know this is just like me on my phone, but there we go. There's my full-on smooch. So that will get scrapbooked as well. But full-on smooch with the dolphin. And yeah, so it was a really good time. Even though it was like, you know, it's fairly short. It didn't feel super short, like maybe half an hour or something that were there because like every person from the group got to do all the things. And I got to send him off and make him do a backflip, which was really cool. And oh, this is so nice. I like this with the yellow. So I'm gonna do the blue on the yellow. Looks good, right? And find some little things. Grateful, adore, together. Make your own magic. Rise and shine. Right now, sunshine, wonder, loved. I'm gonna pull these out of here. Thing about doing big pictures like that is they fill a page very quickly, which is both good and bad. Depending on how much stuff you want to say and how many little doodads you want to add. Okay, I was just kind of playing with the word options that are on here. Okay, better stick this down before I forget. Okay, yeah, so while we were on the cruise, we got to do lots of really cool things. We booked excursions for all of the ports. Our first port was in the Bahamas. Princess has their own beach that you can go to. They took us on little tenders, which are like the little boats that take you from the ship to the shore. And we took the tender to the shore, and it was called Princess Key or K. Somebody correct me if you know. It's like Cays, but I think they say Key. But I heard them also say K, so I'm like totally confused. There's got to be a right way. So, but yeah, they took us to the shore, but right before we went, they're like, oh, all of our excursions, Key. Thank you, Brielle. I'm like, I was sure that I read somewhere that was the right thing to do, but then I kept hearing it done the other way. I'm like, no. Anyways, oh, I know what I should do. I should use this thing on here a little bit. What do you guys think? Do a little bit of this? Plug this thing in. Come on. Gotta plug it in a little bit. I'm totally gonna do that. Okay, warm that thing up. It's one of those little pens. Did I do this last time? I don't think I had it last time yet. No. So, yeah. Anyways, so they canceled. I was supposed to swim with like stingrays, and I was like, cool. Didn't get to do that. But then they had, I'd also rented like one of their beach clamshells, so you can sit on the beach and have somewhere to kind of sit in the shade and come with the chairs and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, that'll be pretty good. And sorry, I'm still thinking about word choices. So once we were on shore, we went and got our little beach clamshells, and because our first excursion thing was canceled, we kind of got to go to shore really early. So we got one of the best spots, like right at the front, and it was awesome. So that was benefit. And the water was just like the prettiest water you've ever seen, but there was lots of waves, which is why they canceled a lot of their shore excursion things. So it was a little bit wavy. And I did bring my snorkel stuff, and I tried to snorkel in their little swimming area, but it was just too much sand getting tossed around, and that was not going to be, it was just no good. So that's too bad, but it was still amazing. Okay, so I'm going to use some of my little stars on this one for sure. Okay. So, and then, yeah, so that was nice. They had a little barbecue. We went back to the boat after that, and, just enjoyed the day. Our next day was another day at sea, and probably like one of our most fun days that we had, I'd say. And then after that, just like chilling and exploring the boat and just super relaxed and stuff. Then we went to Jamaica. And you know how I was telling you I was watching the weather and the weather like was so perfect? Yeah, not while we were there. So all of a sudden it was cooler in Jamaica and it was raining. So we get to Jamaica and it's full on rain. I'm like, oh, great. That sucks. But it really wasn't bad anyways, because we had scheduled zip lining, which I had never done before. Has anybody here ever done zip lining before? Zip liners in the group? So fun. I'm like, how have I never done this? Because it was great. And get to do like, you go to from here to here, and then they had like a little bridge you walked across, and you go from here to here, and it was really good. But then the big like finale near the end, you actually zip across this river. So you go across the river and then back across the river and stuff. So that was great. And after that was all done, we walked down to the bottom of this river, right where it leads into the ocean. Brielle says, yes, once. It wasn't as scary as I expected. And Mel says, I have. It is so cool. I agree. It was really fun. And I think like the hardest part, of course, is like when you first step off of that balcony, right? Because you're trusting on your supports on your harness, but it was good. Brielle says it was almost calm. Not calm when I go. I'm like, ah! The whole time. My husband's like, you make a lot of noise. I'm like, I can't help it. I'm having such a good time. He's like, oh, I could tell. I could tell. But yeah, it was wonderful. Ooh. Do I want to add a little bit of that? I think I'm gonna write right on there. Yeah, I think so. Okay. And yeah, so the zip lining was fun. So then you needed to have like water shoes or something and to climb up this waterfall. And it's just like, literally it looks like little steps just cascading down in steps, but it looks really fun. So we go and we're walking, they take you right through the ocean, right at the bottom. So have you ever walked on a beach? You know what happens when you walk through the beach? Everybody's churning up all the sand. And so what happens is your shoes get full of sand right from the very first step. And you're like, who dreamed up this idea? This is dumb. First thought, I'm like, oh. But I didn't have water shoes. I had like my running shoes and I wore socks in them. Well, thank goodness, because if I would have had water shoes on, I've worn them before, and I would have got all that sand in my shoes, I would have been so uncomfortable. But at least I had like this layer between my socks and my shoes, so that was good. So after that, we're going and we're climbing up this waterfall, and everybody's like holding hands like little kids in kindergarten. And my husband's like, I don't want to hold people's hands. But you're helping the next person and they're helping you, and it's all good. But yeah, we work our way up, and then they stop us at this one point and they're like, here, we're going to do a trust fall. And we got to like stand and then just drop straight back into the water in this one part. And it wasn't really that deep. It was like deep enough, but like not really that deep. And I was like, oh, that could have been there. Oh, maybe that's a better title. It's good. Yeah, anybody overthink things? So we did this trust fall thing, and then we climb up further up the waterfall, And then we had this area where they lined us up and you log rolled into the, like, over this edge. And that also wasn't very deep, but it was fine. And like, so we kept climbing up, and then there's this one part where you can kind of duck under this lip of the waterfall, so the water's cascading over, and then you kind of climb up through this crevasse, like through the side there, and the water's just rushing through there. But the guide, he was super good. He stood there and pretty much hauled me up this thing, and yeah, it was really fun. And it was probably the most exciting thing that we did. This being said, right after I do zip lining. So there you go. I have a million little short videos because I took my phone with me because they are supposed to be waterproof, but I kept it in a Ziploc bag just in case most of the time. But then I take it out and, you know, so it's still getting wet. But I'm taking it out. I'm like, I'm on a waterfall. And I guarantee I have like 8 videos that say, I'm on a waterfall and it's amazing. And it's like, okay, so I really, really had fun being on a waterfall and it was amazing. So yeah, it's just funny because I really enjoyed that. And you could tell because I said that I was on a waterfall and it was amazing a lot of times. Okay, so I'm going to put those stars up there. I'm going to have a couple more down here, but I'm going to have my journaling. And I think I just want to have these interspersed down here. Okay, but I think what we're going to do, okay, so have you all seen this thing? This is the foil quill. This is the freestyle foil quill. And it's a cool little tool. My friend Deetra gave me this one, so thank you, Deetra. Really fun. And I have some foils. I think that one's pretty full. I think I'm gonna have to start a new foil. And the foils you can get in different colors. I have gold right now, so gold foil. And you heat them up just by plugging them into a USB thing. So I just plugged it into my computer over here. You can plug it into like one of those battery packs if you want or whatever. But the tip gets hot, and they're the same kind of thing that goes into your electronic die cutter. So this is obviously designed more for holding with your hand. That's why it's the freestyle. But they actually have different ones that you can put into your die cut machine, and it can like color or foil any kind of shape that your machine will cut. Very, very cool. But now with the freestyle, you can kind of make your own little things. So before I stick any more things on here, I'm going to add some little stars, because I'm going to use like the little white stars, the little acrylic ones, as my accent. But I'm going to add little hand-drawn stars to my background in some areas here, and then I'll be able to finish this off. So very simple. I know I've got lots of sunlight on my desk here right now. I want you to be able to see at the top of the thing, kind of see what I'm doing. So you just have to literally put the foil down, and anywhere that you want your image is where you're going to draw with this little freestyle pen. I'm going to turn mine a little bit sideways here. I think I need to put a paper over top of my picture just because my hand's a little sweaty. I don't want that on there. Okay. So I'm going to just draw some little stars. You can't see exactly where they're going, obviously, through the foil, but I'll show you just in a second. And I'm just going to have them as like a random motif in the background. And it's going to be, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. And you can see how easy I'm just like writing, like basically at my own regular pace. And I'm just drawing little stars. So another one right here. Okay, so let me show you this. So can you see those little stars? They're all metallic-y. I don't know if I can catch the light, but all of these, I just drew them really quick there with that freestyle, the foil quill freestyle. And that was how easy. And like they're not perfect because I just drew them by hand, but it's like super cool. So this is what my foil kind of looks like now. Like you can see everywhere that I've used it, and this is like the back. So you can kind of see it a little bit better, but it's that easy to kind of add this little tiny little bit to what you're doing. So it really depends on what you want to do. I've done some that are little like a little more careful and stuff, or you can do like lettering. And so this is like the fine tipped one, so you can see it's very thin and fine, but they actually have like a brush, not a brush tip, a bold chisel tip now. And when you buy them, you can buy like the pens separate, or you can get like a packet of them. So it's kind of neat. And they have there is a magnetic mat that you can put them on, especially for going into like your Cricut or Silhouette or whatever machine you're using. There is a magnetic mat now that you can get, and then you just use magnets to hold the foil down. Mel says I have the one that goes in my Cricut. I would totally recommend it. I was thinking I could just use it freestyle too, as it's only the tip that gets hot. Yeah, and I think as long as you're careful, right? Because like they're like the tip that you hang on to is about this big. I don't have one, but like you could totally, I would try it. Why not, right? Like worst case scenario, you're like, eh. Misty says yes. I use it to freestyle too. She's foiling right now. Woo! I love it. I just think it's like really fun, and like it was so easy to use. You know, and if it's something you haven't seen yet, you're like, oh, new tool. And foil, hashtag foil all the things. I know. So my last paper that I'm still can find like little areas on this, but I'll just show you like, this is my last little paper, because you can really use like almost every little square inch of your foil. Like you can see it maybe better from the back. I did little check boxes down the edge of my notebook that I have my notebooks in, so that I can make a checklist. So I did little boxes. I drew little boxes, and for that, because I wanted them kind of lined up in a perfect place, I would just put it along the edge where I wanted them, and I could see the lines beside it, so I could just put the little boxes, draw the little squares where I wanted them. And then when I did the next one, I could cut off a little straight strip and move that to the edge for the next page. Misty has like templates or something. Are those templates? Yeah, she's got some templates. I'm just going to pop you up here so people can see. Yeah, and you can use the templates. I can't hear you. Oh, I forgot to ask you to take your thing off.
Okay, I'm unmuted, so everybody else.
Go ahead and talk. I'll just listen.
So I was just at Joann's for Black Friday stuff, and they had these in the clearance section, so probably not every store will have them, but they're just thin stencils that will work well with the foiling. So if you don't want to freehand things, these were just 50 cents each, so I bought a bunch of them.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I didn't get to hear any of that. It's like my tech issue of the day, but I definitely have used it with a template. I thought I still had one. I don't know what I've done with it. I like stash things really quick, but I have a plastic template and I've done it really quick with it. It works really good in the template, in the stencils. So Missy says clearance stencils at Joann for 50 cents. So yeah, and Diane is saying, cool, can we see your foiling when you're done, Misty? So
here's what I'm working on. They're Christmas cards, and I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, my gosh.
Just picking things up.
just shake it a little bit back and forth
There
or
we
up
go.
and down. Oh, yeah, there we can
That's
see.
what I'm working on right now.
Amazing.
I'm having trouble with the Cricut.
Mel says, I've seen people trace over drawings too. So like there's a lot of ways that you can use these things, like and there's just getting to be more and more ideas about them all the time. So yeah, Diane's like, wow, I know. Like, so I'm seeing more ideas, and I think that that's just, you know, it's just like those, it's opening some new doors. And if you like things that kind of give you a little breath of fresh air in your crafting, then, you know, I think one of the pens retails for $35 on scrapbook.com right now. If you go to scrapbook.com, I do have an affiliate link I would love if you'd use, but like totally doesn't matter. Well, it just helps me. It doesn't change anything for you. But they have like a 3-pack for $85. They have deals on right now, especially too. There's like a discount code for Black Friday. So good time to mention it. You know, if you're looking or considering, it's possibly a good time. And different tips, like, so this is just the fine one that I've played with, but it's been a lot of fun. And I could see like maybe also having the chisel tipped one, like the wider one. I don't know if it works as well as this, but I'm like super thrilled at how well these ones work. And you can do like words and letterings and different things like that too. I don't have like the world's greatest hand lettering, but I can do enough lettering that it's like fun. So, oh yeah, in my little notebook. Okay, do I have that? Oh no, I don't. I took it on my cruise and it's downstairs. Darn, I was gonna say, like, I can show you my notebook that I didn't know it's downstairs. I should have remembered and brought it upstairs. Yeah, so that's just kind of a fun thing. I've been having fun with it anyways. And yeah, the fact that you can get like different colors of foils and different things like that. Amy says, what time and date is the Scrap Smarter session again? Yeah, that is going to be on December the 3rd. That's a Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and free for anybody to come and join us. The info will be on the ScrapHappy site. And if you got the link for this, then you'll also get invited to come and join us for that too by email. So I will have that sent out as well. But yeah, if you want to add that to your calendar, ScrapHappy members, we do have a calendar available like through Google. And I have added that already to our Google Calendar. So that is on there as well. Yeah, so different things. Okay. I don't know what else I'm going to do on here. I think I probably have some kind of dolphin thing that I'd like to put on here. I just don't have it in front of me, so I'm not really sure. And I know this is a little bit shorter than sometimes, but I'm feeling like I'm feeling like I need to wrap this up actually. I don't know what else to do with this page. I want to bring out some more theme products that I don't have in this stuff, and I'd have to go digging around for a while to find some things. But I'm really excited because this is kind of getting my creative juices going again. I've got some fabulous pictures to scrapbook with. And then Christmas is right around the corner with all the different kinds of activities we'll be doing. So it's a good way for me to dive into that. One thing that I do is I don't actually do a lot of Christmas scrapbooking in December. I run a class called Scrapbook Christmas in January, and I've just made that available. And if you've been a member of this class before, then you have eternal access. You'll actually receive the stuff again. If you don't want to, you can unsubscribe from the emails, but you have eternal access to the class. So you get it once. Some of the stuff gets changed and edited every year. Some of the stuff stays the same. I have a couple new things that I'll be adding to this year's, just kind of showing how the progression of my Christmas scrapbooking is. But in December, you get daily emails that talk about different things that you can do or capture. And it might have like journaling things that you might want to write down, or a picture that you didn't think to take. I've included a couple of tutorial links for taking special photos, like those bokeh photos, like the ones where you take a picture of your Christmas tree, but all the lights are like all blurred out and beautiful. The first time I actually managed to do that, I was like, oh my God, that's like so beautiful. And, you know, it was just such a delight to kind of have that added to my repertoire. And, you know, I think it's just kind of a fun thing. I'm going to see if I can find a new tutorial that works like with an iPhone or something, so that we can, you know, update that with new technology. Because I did that with like an actual camera back in the day, but I can't even tell you where my camera is right now. Like, that's how long it's been since I've used it. I don't even know where it is. It'll be tucked away on a shelf somewhere here. But yeah, it's so funny how your whole life is in this little piece of technology right here, including all of my photos. So if you're interested in the idea of scrapbooking your Christmas, but maybe doing it in January when things are a little more calm, then I encourage you to come check out the course. It's $25, so basically like $1 per day, but we actually do like little prompty things all through December, and then the scrapbooking part of it in January. So it's more like 50 cents a day, actually. And I will have a special for my ScrapHappy members, so that'll be something. Brielle says, thanks for doing this on Saturday. It's so nice to get to play along. I know sometimes I do Friday night, sometimes I do the Saturday morning sessions, and it just kind of depends on schedules. And I personally like the Saturday mornings a lot, which is surprising because I'm normally a late night scrapbooker. So funny how things like can be so different. But I think I'm better at interacting in the daytime than I am at nighttime. I kind of get into my own head too much. Yeah, no, but thank you so much for joining me for today. I hope that your scrap. Does anybody have any show and tell? You can tell everybody else. Maybe I won't get to hear, but if you've been making something that you'd like to show off before we go, like I you know, I feel like I can't progress at this moment because I just don't know where this is going. But if you've made something, I'd love to see, even if I can't hear, I'd love to see what you have going on. So if you're on a video and you want to share, just like wave and I'll put you up on the big screen, and we'll get you to tell everybody, show off your stuff. I don't want to forget the show and tell. I think that's super fun. And I'll watch it on the replay because I can't believe I can't hear this stuff today. That's hilarious. Oh, I'll have to get my techie kid back here. Sharon says, thank you for this live scrap, Alice. I love doing the Scrapbook Live. Diane says, I'm just watching today. That's totally cool. I love the interaction. I love sitting down with friends to scrapbook, actually. That's what I really love. And this gives me that feeling, even though, you know, we're friends from afar. So I really enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up then today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in the Christmas class, I did include it in the ScrapHappier Happy 5 email. I will send out the coupon code for ScrapHappy members here right away before I leave this afternoon. And yeah, I can't believe like we're already talking about Christmas scrapbooking. Happy Thanksgiving if you're in the US and you were celebrating this week, like Thursday or maybe this weekend with some family. I really hope that you've had a good time getting, you know, hopefully a special meal together, time together. And thanks for coming and spending time with me because I have the best time with it. If you'd like to join us for the next one, if you're catching the replay for this, we host this once a month. Just come over to scraphappy.org/subscribe and join our email list, because that's how you get all the information about the Scrapbook Live sessions, the Scrap Smarter sessions, and all the fun things that we have going on. I don't send spammy emails because I don't have time for that. So if at any point you're ever like, hey, I don't want to be on this email list, you just hit the unsubscribe button. It's super easy for you and for me. Yeah, but I do try to send out a Friday 5 with fun things that I find online. And you can also find that tip for adding the video to your scrapbook pages there. Ruth says, always fun hanging out with my fellow scrapbookers. And Mel says, we're taking our little dog for a Santa photo today. Yay! That is so fun. Oh my gosh. I totally have a picture of our first Christmas where we had a little dog and we didn't have kids yet. And we went, took our dog and sat on Santa's lap. Like, yeah, super fun. So good. Okay, well, have a super good day, everybody, and happy scrapping. I will talk to you later. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay, bye.